Hello guys, what is up? This is CD Mangaka here, and I have a capture the flag on you for Karachi. I believe I was doing some midfielding based on my how many kills I had compared to how few deaths I had and what gun I was using, so I hope you guys don't mind. I will post up a game of me running the flag very soon. I just gotta find a game of me doing as such. But today I wanted to talk about something else aside from the gameplay. I already did a commentary talking about this. I didn't post it though, because I felt like I could do it better. I could get it more focused. I had an idea of how to explain things a little better. And this all began, well, let's get into the topic. The topic is, what is considered noobish tactics? There's a little debate, and it was a friendly debate. I have no grudges whatsoever against the people in this comment section. On one of my videos on the estate, what appears to be competitive estate capture the flag, that's the title of it. I got a comment from Thunder Thighs 23814. And he says this, and I'm going to read you the comments as it go down. The part where you mentioned not being able to pinpoint a person's location because you don't have your turtle beaches made me think of another video that you posted a while back in which you stated that commando noob tubes were crutches that people leaned on and you looked down upon it. However, it seems to me that the turtle beaches could also be a crutch, and yet you have no problem with them. I see the tactical advantage of talking to teammates, but explain to me how you differentiate an acceptable crutch from a noobish crutch. More, he was just, so ready to jump in. He loves arguments. At Thunder Thighs, because a headset isn't noob tactics. Thunder Thighs responds to Morora. Well, what qualifies something as being noob tactic? People say that the ACR and SCAR are newbie guns, but they are used here, and by here he means on my videos, with no negative connotation. Granted, I'm not saying that I have anything against the ACR or SCAR, but with that being said, I also don't have anything against Commando and noob tubes, although I don't use them. I told Thunder Thighs this, A headset isn't so much a crutch as it is an advantage. Whereas Commando and noob tubes give a player unreasonable firepower, a headset takes a smidge of ability to use it to pick up direction of sound, the walking on surface. Headset isn't something that anyone can slap on like a perk. It requires roughly a $100 investment. Technological advantages are advantages. Would you consider me noobish if I use an HD TV while playing against others who have standard def? And then he says, I'm not saying that you are a noobish player. I just don't see a difference between advantage and a crutch. Both command and noob tubes give a big advantage. Keep in mind, I'm not calling you a bad player, and Thunder Thighs, I know you're not attacking me. I know you're not. You're just asking a question, and you got my brain juices going. For that, I thank you. You got me thinking about something for once over this lousy summer. So guys, what is considered a noobish tactic? Well, let's look at the reasons why noob tubes and a commando are seen as noobish things. The reason why Commando is seen as noobish, we'll start off with that, it's a little easier to talk about, is because of something called the panic knife reflex. Early off in the game, or if you see a low-level guy and you know he's a new guy to the game, we'll say, we're going to stay away from the word noob for now. You run around the corner, you see him, all of a sudden you see him knife, for no apparent reason, he just knifes the air, and you just destroy him. That is what is called the knife panic reflex. And that's when you come around, you get surprised, and you squeeze the controller. And when you squeeze the controller, you push down on the analog sticks. And the right analog stick on default button layout is set to the knife button. So generally, you get around the corner, oh shoot, that's why you automatically knife. And that's what it's meant to be for, having the knife as a, last second reflex button. But granted tactical, but let's focus here. And the reason why, is a commando is seen as noobish is because it extends the range of that panic knife reflex. You come around a corner, you surprise a dude, he knifes the air, all of a sudden he teleports across the room and gets the kill off you. It was a panic reflex. He was far enough away that if it was a game such as, we'll say COD 4, he would not have even touched you with a knife and you would have had an easy kill. He killed you because he had a panic reflex and he had this perk on that is seemingly unreasonable to people. Another reason why Commando, is generally looked down upon is because people use it for knifing and they get killed a lot. We hate it when we get knifed. We hate when we get killed, but when we don't get killed by a gun, we get really mad. For whatever reason it is. It's just like, bastard knifed me. Then all of a sudden, we instantly think that he had commando. Whenever we get knifed, we always assume commando. Why? Because people who have commando knife, we assume that they have something to do with that perk. That is why Commando is considered newbies, because it gives a bad player an advantage that he shouldn't have. It gives him a kill that he should not have had. Does it take skill to knife? Yeah, but teleporting across the room like that doesn't do much. Noobish, now, it should be clear, you know, using something that takes less skill than another something does not make it a noobish thing to do, or smart, you know. I mean, the ACR can be considered a noob gun, but it is still a gun, meaning you still have to line up a guy in your sights, you still gotta track a moving target, you still gotta, you know, pump bullets into a guy to get a kill. So it doesn't even just, you know, I mean, it's considered an easy gun to use, you know, but people generally don't go, ah, ACR bastard, and, you know, rage quit because they're getting killed by the ACR. Same thing, you know, with the SCAR and whatnot. Now, noob tubes. When I say noob tubes, I mean guys who just spam it. Because, I mean, you know, there is a way that you can use the grenade launcher in the game to, you know, effective extent, where you use your gun. However, if you have a grenade launcher equipped and you see 3 guys running down a hallway, would you not switch to the grenade launcher and blow them up? I would. If I had a grenade launcher on my thing, I would, you know, blow them all the effers up. I would, you know, clear out a demolition bomb with a grenade launcher. I would do stuff like that. Where I spam it across the map and constantly just pull it out and use it as a primary weapon, and then, you know, refuel constantly. No. That is why noob tubes generally are, you know, disliked. Actually, explosives in the game are generally disliked. Because when there's a gun, you get a little warning. You get hit. Okay, someone's shooting at me. I better, you know, figure out what to do. I gotta hide. I gotta readjust my position. With an explosive, though, all you get is a little sound sometimes. And then all of a sudden, boom, you're dead. There's no defense against that. And it's an easy kill. And so for a lot of the times, they're considered noobish tactics. But, you know, there can actually be pretty smart tactics. For example, having a guy sitting on your flag and capture the flag with a rocket shield and C4 down on it and just blowing people up who go for the flag. May seem like a cheap thing to do, but it's an effective thing to do. It's a brilliant thing to do. You know, I love it when my teammates do that stuff. I love it. I hate when it gets done to me because it's so darn effective. Sniper. But it's just, that's it, though. You know, that's why explosive generally seem as noobish things. They're an easy kill. They don't take as much skill as to get noob tube like I was right there. But still, you know, he did have to line up the shot and whatnot, but I mean, you know, he got a kill off me while I was hitting him. That's why people don't like noob tubes, because they rob them of kills so many times. Because, you know, people generally don't know how to combat it. I had, you know, people have asked me, how do you fight noob tubes? And I've posted a video up on talking about how to fight noob tubes in a video where I beat noob tubers as well. So there's that. I'm trying to think right now. I mean, that's it. I mean, it's a bad player who relies on the same thing over and over again. That is, you know, something newbie, you know. I think that's where you kind of get to the point, you know, like using danger close one-man army noob tubes and then spamming it. It's, you know, it's a cheap tactic. There's no finesse in it. Anybody can do it is the thing. And then, granted, a lot of people suck at doing it, but if you run into a guy who's good at it, you're in trouble. And that's the deal. I mean, you know, you can, you know, when it comes down to a gunfight, it's skill against skill. You know, it's reaction time against reaction time. But, you know, you bring in explosives to the equation, all of a sudden, you know, a person with generally quote-unquote less skill can be a person who could be a beast at this game, if he had the, you know, the explosives. And I mean, you know, and that's kind of how we consider new tactics. You know, it's just, you know, it's people spamming it over and over. You know, it's you know, cheap tricks, if you will. Oh, yeah, he's using an RPG. He's got no skill. Well, he's skilled enough with the RPG to kill you. I mean, people just hate to get killed by things in the game, and when something so fast and sudden as an explosive gets you, it's really antagonizing, because you have no defense. You have to be prepared for it, or else you're screwed. That's why people hate explosives. And people hate something so much, you know, they'll slap a term on it, you know, like noobish. You know, that's a stupid thing to do. It's noobish to do. You know, and they generally brand something as a negative thing to do. There's something like that in every game. Baseball. It's, you know, it's a bad thing to... I got nothing there. You know, cork your bat. Put a cork in your bat. Take steroids. I mean, you know, it's things that improve your overall performance. But I mean, it's just it's an advantage against some people. Now let's talk about like my headset right now. A turtle beach isn't considered a noobish thing to do because it does not. While it does give you an advantage, it's an advantage that doesn't give you a free kill. All right. You can use a turtle beach and still suck balls. The same way you can use a noob tube, but the turtle beach is never gonna give you a gunfight. If you use a turtle beach and, you know, only like a silencer on your gun like myself, The Turtle Beach is never going to give you a free kill. It never is. It's never going to, jip out a gunfight. It's never going to do that. It'll give you an advantage over other people who don't have Ninja Pro on. Yeah, it gives you that advantage, but you still have to, it does take a little bit of skill to use. You still have to have the skill behind the Turtle Beach headset in order to use it effectively. That is why, a Turtle Beach is not considered a noobish thing to do. At least as far as I'm concerned. I mean, we're running out of time here, guys. But that's my commentary. That's what I think, how things get labeled noob tactics. That's how people differentiate what a noobish thing is to do. And that's my opinion on why Commando noob tubes are considered newbie. Hope you enjoyed it. Maybe you'll agree or disagree. Leave it in the comments later.